Assalamu alaikum dear students, welcome to your channel the Anatomy Canvas. In today's class we are going to discuss with the muscles of the posterior compartment of the forearm. So muscles of the posterior compartment of forearm are again present in two groups, the superficial muscles and deep muscles. So there are 7 superficial muscles and the 5 deep muscles which were present. So I will show you the superficial muscle first. I will highlight these superficial muscles for you. So here you can see this is the first muscle, the brachioradialis muscle, which is present. Then is the extensor carpi radialis longus muscle. Then this small muscle is the extensor carpi radialis brevis muscle. Then here you can see over here the extensor digitorum muscle which is present. Then you can see the extensor digiti minimi muscle. And then you can see the extensor carpi ulnaris muscle which is present, and in addition to this there is the 7th muscle which is anconeus. So I will highlight all of these muscles first. So now I have highlighted these muscle. Now I will add the skeleton to the muscle. So now you can see that here the first muscle which is present is brachioradialis muscle, and this brachioradialis muscle is arising from the upper 2/3 of the supracondylar ridge of the humerus, and it is inserted into the laterals. It is inserted into base of the styloid process over here. So this is the brachioradialis muscle. Very important muscle to remember over here is that this muscle, although it is present in the posterior compartment, which is the extensor compartment, but basically it is the flexor of the elbow joint. Again the first muscle, the brachioradialis. Now second muscle, I will show you over here that this is the extensor carpi radialis longus muscle. This muscle taking origin just beneath origin of the brachioradialis, that is lower third of the lateral supracondylar ridge of the humerus. And then this muscle, it is inserted into the base of the second metacarpal bone. So this is the extensor carpi radialis longus muscle. And now I will show you next muscle, the third muscle, which is present over here. You can see it over here that this muscle, it has origin from the lateral epicondyle of the humerus, which is the common extensor origin, and then this muscle is inserted into the posterior surface of the base of the third metacarpal bone. So this is insertion into base of third metacarpal bone over here, and you can see third metacarpal bone, and its tendons go all along and inserted into base of third metacarpal bone. So this is the extensor carpi radialis brevis. Now the fourth muscle, that is extensor digitorum muscle, which is present. This is one of the superficial muscle, and is also taking origin from the lateral condyle of the humerus, and is inserted by the 4 slits, which divides and then inserted with the help of these 4 slits. So the muscle inserted with the help of these 4 slits into the extensor expansion of the muscle. So this muscle, I will highlight the another muscle now here. This is the extensor digiti minimi muscle, also taking origin from the common extensor origin, and all along inserted into the tip of the distal phalanx. So so then the 6th muscle which is present over here, this is the extensor carpi ulnaris muscle, and this extensor carpi ulnaris muscle is taking origin from a common extensor origin and inserted into the lateral epicondyle of the inserted into the fifth metacarpal bone. Here you can see lateral epicondyle, it is taking origin, and here is insertion into base of the 5th metacarpal bone. So these are the 6 muscles which I have shown you. Now I will again repeat the brachioradialis muscle, the extensor carpi radialis longus, the extensor carpi radialis brevis muscle, the extensor digitorum, the extensor digiti minimi, and extensor carpi ulnaris muscle. So now the 7th muscle which is present over here, I will highlight it for you over here. This is the anconeus muscle. So this anconeus muscle is a small triangular muscle, and it is taking origin from the lateral condyle of the humerus. So here is its origin from lateral condyle of the humerus, and it is inserted into the lateral surface of the olecranon process of the ulna. So origin from the lateral condyle of the humerus and insertion into the olecranon process of the lateral surface. Seventh muscle which are present in superficial group. So now I will remove these muscle to show you the muscle which are present in the deep compartment. So first I will cut these muscle to have a clear view of the deep compartment. Just a minute. I will now cut these muscles. Now I will have we will have a look on the deeper muscle which are present in deep compartment of the forearm over here. And these muscles are, first of all, you can see over here this muscle. This is the supinator muscle which is present. I will highlight the supinator muscle and add the skeleton to it. So here you can see supinator muscle which is taking origin from the lateral epicondyle of humerus and the superior crest of the ulna, and it is inserted into the upper part of the posterior aspect of upper third of the radius. So this is the muscle which is present in the deep compartment. Again, a little bit exercise to remove these muscles. Now you can see the second muscle which is present over here. This one is the abductor pollicis longus muscle. In addition to abductor pollicis longus, this is the extensor pollicis brevis muscle which is present, then extensor pollicis longus muscle and the extensor indicis muscle which are present over here. So these four are muscles. In addition to this, the supinator muscle which is present over here. So these are the 5 muscles of the deeper compartment of the posterior aspect of the forearm. So first I will highlight these muscle and then we'll add skeleton to it. I have told you the origin of and insertion of supinator muscles to you. Now this muscle in addition is the adductor pollicis longus muscle, and this muscle is taking origin from both the radius and ulna from their posterior surface, and then from posterior aspect, and then this muscle I will highlight it for you to show. This muscle is inserted into base of the first metacarpal bone over here. So this is the abductor pollicis longus muscle which is present. Now I will highlight this muscle. This is the extensor pollicis brevis muscle which is present, and this extensor pollicis brevis muscle, again it is taking origin from the posterior aspect of the radius, and it is inserted into base of the proximal phalanx. Now I will show you the third muscle of this compartment, and this muscle is the extensor pollicis longus muscle. So this muscle, extensor pollicis longus muscle, is taking origin from the ulna over here, and it is inserted into the distal phalanx. So this is one of the muscle which is inserted into distal phalanx. Now I will add the last muscle. This is the extensor indicis muscle. And this muscle, also the extensor indicis muscle, is taking origin from the ulna over here from its posterior surface and inserted into distal phalanx of the extensor expansion of the index finger. So these 5 muscles which are present over here. So these are the anconeus, the abductor pollicis longus muscle, then the extensor pollicis longus muscle, then the extensor pollicis brevis muscle and extensor indicis muscle which are present over here. So what about the nerve supply of all of these muscles? So as I have shown you just a minute over here, so you can see first I will highlight this muscle. So the brachioradialis, the extensor carpi radialis longus and extensor carpi radialis brevis, these 3 muscles are supplied by the radial nerve itself. and the remaining muscle of the superficial compartment, and they're supplied by the branch of the radial nerve. And also all of the deep muscle of the posterior compartment are supplied by the deep branch of the radial nerve. So what about the actions of these muscles? As very important, as I have told you, first of this muscle is the anconeus muscle, which is present over here, and this anconeus muscle was the extensor of the elbow joint. Then, as I have already told you, because about the brachioradialis muscle, and this brachioradialis muscle, although it is present on the posterior aspect, basically it is the flexor of the forearm at the elbow joint, and it also rotates the forearm in mid-prone position. So then this muscle, this is extensor carpi radialis longus muscle. So this extends and abducts the hand at the wrist. Then the similar function is that of extensor carpi radialis brevis, and so these two have the same function. Then extensor digitorum, these are going to all the fingers over here, and these are the extensors of the finger. Then the extensor digiti minimi muscle, which is present, and this is present over here, and this also extensor of the metacarpophalangeal joint of the little finger. And then the extensor carpi ulnaris muscle, which is present, and it is attached to base of fifth metacarpal bone, and this is the extensor, and in addition to this, it is also adductor of the wrist joint. Now I will show you the action of the deep muscles which are present. So first I will remove the superficial muscles to have a clear view of deep muscles over here. So I am removing these muscles. Now you can see the deep muscles which are present. This one is the supinator muscle, and as name indicate, this muscle is basically supinator of the forearm when elbow is extended. Then the abductor pollicis longus muscle, as the name indicate also, this abductor pollicis longus is the abductor of the thumb and its extensor as well. Then the third muscle, which is the extensor pollicis brevis muscle. Here you can see the extensor pollicis brevis muscle, the extensor pollicis longus muscle, and then the extensor indicis. So these are the extensor muscles of the distal phalanx and the thumb, and these are the action and the muscles, and these all the muscles are supplied by the deep branch of the radial nerve. Thank you very much for your attention, and Allah Hafiz.